It can be hard to choose just the right cut of meat. For Sohail Raza, buying dinner is especially challenging.
Yes, I'm getting my chicken from Medina, Halal Poultry. And
this is Desi Corner, a halal meat shop. I normally frequent it for my shopping after Friday prayers.
Raza always seeks out authentic halal meat for his family. Halal means permissible or lawful for Muslims. To Raza, it means the chicken he's buying for dinner has never come in contact with pork and was blessed and hand-slaughtered by an honorable Muslim.
So they send it to halal meat shops.
it's not that.
No?
It's not that.
On some shops, I don't get such an honest answer. So I have to do my investigation. I have to find out whether the meat that is sold to me is really according to my faith being prepared.
The signs are popping up all over our city streets. Halal meat, halal chicken, halal pizza. With almost 1 million Muslims in Canada, the halal meat business is booming. So how do we know the meat's been slaughtered by hand and blessed? The fact is, in Canada, we don't. Anyone can put a halal sticker on a package of meat. From the producer all the way to the retailer. When it comes to halal, nobody's minding the store.
It's a very major problem. I would say, unfortunately, 90% of the meat that we are consuming does not comply with the rules of halal.
Imam Omar Subadar is with the Canadian Council of Muslim Theologians. He knows all about halal meat. He and his fellow scholars heard complaints about shoddy business practices. So in 2004, they decided to investigate.
In the course of that inspection, we found many disturbing facts. The slaughtermen, many of them were unfortunately uneducated about the requirements for halal. Some of them didn't even know that you're supposed to recite the name of Allah, Bismillah, before slaughtering. We caught a supplier red-handed who was getting his sources, he was getting his meat from unhalal places and putting his own sticker on as halal and distributing that to the retailers.
Have you ever eaten meat that's not halal?
No, none in my life. Never. Allah told us to eat the halal meat through the Prophet Muhammad. If I don't eat halal meat, it's a big sin for us.
Our prayers would be rejected by Allah, and at the same time it would affect our admittance into paradise. That flesh will not enter paradise which has been nourished with non-halal meat. This is very severe stuff here.
When my boys were growing up, they would ask, why can't I eat McDonald's? Every child from the age of 6 to 16 will ask that question of a Muslim or a Jewish parent. To answer their questions, I set out to investigate why is it that it's important to eat halal. When you go to some of the halal meat shops, they're dingy, they're dirty, they're unclean, and they're haphazard. I have to ask myself, am I following my faith blindly?
A big issue is whether halal meat really must be hand-slaughtered. Some people insist on it.
Hand-slaughtered. If it's not hand-slaughtered, it's not halal. And I will not buy products from anybody if it's not hand-slaughtered. I don't want to commit a sin.
Others say machine slaughter is fine, as long as the Muslim says the blessing before pushing the button.
There's a lot of Muslims in Canada, and to process that much food, hand slaughter is next to impossible.
Maple Lodge Farms have a new brand, Zabiya Halal. Since they launched the product, sales have been brisk. The chicken is machine slaughtered by a team of Muslims.
Is it a machine blade or is it a hand knife? And really, the book doesn't really identify which one is best. It doesn't say it. It says it's a tool. So our tool is a machine saw blade, and competition tool is a knife. It's all about accuracy and doing that fine cut. And with a hand, doing 140 birds at a minute, you could imagine trying to do that real quick and accurate is next to impossible.
What about the every single chicken has to be blessed?
Every single chicken has to be blessed. This is impossible. I visited so-called hand slaughter, and I asked the people who were doing it, are you saying Bismillah on every chicken? They look at me and they laugh. They said, what happened if I forget?
These Muslim men are demonstrating how they'll slaughter 6,200 chickens today. Shoulder to shoulder, facing Mecca, they'll bless each chicken, cut 3 veins in its neck with a sharp knife, and repeat. Their employer, El Safa Halal, supplies meat to Muslims all over North America.
It's not a matter of choice. It's a matter of belief. We have to eat halal always. People put trust in me, so I have to be responsible for that. So we don't jeopardizing the halal.
What do you say to people who say you can't possibly be competitive if you're going to maintain a hand slaughter?
Well, I guess I would come out and see for yourself. This plant today, we're operating with 3 slaughtermen. We're doing about 40 birds per minute, but we can do as much as 120 per minute. Simply means we need to add some more people onto the line, maybe 5 or 6 Muslim slaughtermen. So that's simply not correct. You can be competitive. And for us, it's not an economic issue. It's about someone's religion, so we really have no choice.
You write here 100% halal. Does anybody else sell not 100%? It troubles me that I'm making such a lot of effort. But these animals are hand slaughtered or machine? It troubles me because I don't want somebody to benefit financially by undermining my faith. There should be a body that just does not issue certificates, but is physically present when the slaughtering is done. And then I'll feel convinced that what I'm eating is according to my faith.
A new standard could be just around the corner. Imam Omar Subadar has recently announced the creation of the Halal Monitoring Authority. It's a non-profit agency modeled on a governing body in Britain that proved successful in cleaning up the halal meat industry there.
We're shocked that there's such a heavy neglect within the market, and that basically that encouraged us to take the steps that we are taking right now. We're trying to devise this system, this monitoring system, to make it easy for the community so they would be ensured that what you're getting on your plate is genuine halal. It's not something which has just been simply labeled as halal.
All the details will be known soon, but it will promote hand slaughter and require inspectors at every stage of the halal process. Their hope is consumers will demand the authorized meats and producers will be eager to comply.
Yeah, they have in the grocery stores in Dominion, when you buy the halal meat slices of bologna or something,
Yeah.
stamped approval.
Those are self-proclaimed people who just rubber stamp anything.
Right.
So Raza hopes one day he won't have to worry that his dinner might be offending his God.
So with all the halal meat shopping I did today, I'm still questioning whether what I'm eating is halal in the proper sense or it could be from anywhere.
For 360 Vision, I'm Donna Young.